Welcome, everybody, back to the Aspiring Scholars Podcast. We're so glad to have you this week. Sorry you were not here last week. We got kind of busy, so we ended up just not doing one. We're kind of busy this week, too, but we made time a little bit. And it'll probably be more of a low-key episode. But how have you been this week, Kellen?
You know what? I've been doing all right. I kind of got... Actually, I kind of not been doing all right, but we're making it. I got some other different kind of sickness. So the last, 3 weeks, I've had, I think bronchitis, and that was, terrible. Now I have, a different kind of sickness, so...
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little sick, too. My throat's been a little sore, but...
Yeah.
I think it's mostly just been, tiredness. And, I don't know, trying to keep energy and motivation.
Yeah.
Because I've not been motivated to do all these big assignments. But I know that if I get through these next 2 weeks, I'll be fine. I'll be cruising. But
Yeah. I mean, also, after this, we're going to be pretty much immune to every single disease that's ever been invented.
Exactly.
We've had them all in the last 2 weeks.
Well, you think about it. So my water bottle that I put protein and creatine in, I didn't wash it for a month and a half, 2 months. I just washed it this past week because all of them were making me. But, every time I would drink out of it, I would get a headache. I was probably ingesting bacteria, straight into the gullet.
You probably were.
It was probably, it actually did not feel good. I would always have a
I
headache.
cannot believe you waited that long to wash it.
Look, I didn't have the time to wash it.
You didn't have time? It take 5 seconds to wash a water bottle.
Okay, that's a lot of work. I could be watching Instagram Reels during that
That's
time.
true. That's true. We wouldn't want to cut into your Instagram Reel time.
Exactly. Come on, I need my Instagram Reel time.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so we'll probably go through a couple things that happened in the last 2 weeks, just because we didn't have one last week. For one, the reason we were so busy was because we had our Bib Interp presentation.
Yep.
Yeah, and so we did that over Proverbs 8, which is the personified Lady Wisdom giving a speech, and it was so interesting.
Yeah.
But do you want to tell a little bit about what that was like last Thursday?
Yeah. Okay. So to give you a little bit of background here, in Bib Interp, everybody in the class, usually the class is smaller, so everybody gives a presentation. But this year, the class is so huge, he had us break into groups of 3 or 4 people, and we have to give a 50-minute presentation for the whole class time, pretty much, over a certain genre of the Bible. There's they did one over narrative and the law and the prophet. There's all different kinds, and we got wisdom literature, so that's Proverbs, Job, Ecclesiastes, and Song of Songs. And the passage that we had was Proverbs 8, like Tyler said. So we had these commentaries on it, and we were doing all this reading and looking up in the whatever. We were grinding this presentation for 7 hours the day before it was due. We stayed up till 3 in the morning. And when we were running through a presentation, and it has to be 50 minutes, for the 50-minute class time, we added all the time together. It was 67 minutes long.
Yeah.
The day before it was due at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
So we're oh my goodness, we're cooked.
Yeah, so it was I had been reading the commentaries and things, getting ready, but my brain was not working at all. Then Wednesday night we had to record our other partner Benji for it, and then Thursday was when we really locked in. We started at 5:30. Before this, we had gotten caffeine, bought caffeine drinks. We drank our energy drink, went from 5 to 10:30, right? And then we went to Taco Bell.
Oh yeah.
Until 12:30. Came back to the dorm. Grinded till 3 a.m.
Yeah, it was a crazy night. Yeah, and then when we actually gave it, so we woke up at, whatever time, normal time in the morning. We went and drank we each drank an energy drink, went right to class, and speed ran this presentation. I'm telling you. So like we said, Benji, who if you listen to the pod, you know Benji. He was in our group also, but he was running for a cross country meet, so he couldn't be there. So we had to record his part on a video. And we played, because we were so low on time, we had to play his video at 1.25 speed just to fit everything into the class spirit. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was. But we ended up finishing with 4 minutes left, and we got a good grade, which is cool. But not only that, we learned a lot, so.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Another thing that happened this weekend, we went and saw Anna Frank. So
Anna Frank.
Yeah, our school is performing Anna Frank. And one of our good friends, Luke, he was performing on Saturday at 1. So we went to that.
For all you normies, it's The Diary of Anne Frank. You probably know it as
Anna Frank.
But they call her Anna Frank because I guess that's her name is in German.
Yeah. They did a really good job. It was fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. And then also this weekend, we had Exploring the Call, which is basically it's a weekend where prospective or possible Bethel students. Well, it's not. It's kind of that, but it's also.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain it?
It's just kind of like, it's like high schoolers that feel like from like different youth groups and stuff, like from like missionary churches or whatever around the area, that like either feel like maybe a call in the ministry, or like yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be mostly like people wanting to pursue ministry. I feel like some of the people that kind of came this year weren't actually, they were just kind of, whatever, not really ministry majors, but it's designed to be like a thing where future prospective ministry students can like come and visit Bethel, see if they want to like do the ministry program here and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. I got to meet a lot of really, really cool high schoolers. Be able to talk to them about their stories and encourage them, help them to see where God's calling them. We got to also do a little bit of shenanigans with them, which was fun. But yeah, shout out to Gideon and Jaden, my boys.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it was like way easier to host them than I thought it would be. Because it's like, all we really had to do was like meet them, pick them up at dinner the first day, and then do like the scavenger hunt with them that night. And then after that, I really didn't even see my guy because I had so much other stuff going on, and he had so much other, because I have like sessions and stuff during the whole time they're here pretty much. So I really didn't even see him that much.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, but
yeah,
it was good. It was definitely, I'm definitely glad I did it. I think it was cool to be able to like, even though I wasn't really super involved in what was happening, it was cool to like pour into those students, and even in like a small way.
Yeah, and just for sure. Also, this past weekend we went to the basketball game. So we did a fundraiser for Ella Hunt, who is one of the guys in my hall's sister, and so we did a fundraiser with that, which was really, really fun. Bethel won. Let's go.
Yeah, we did. Let's go Pilots.
Yeah, it was really fun. That was fun. Also, the election was obviously like last week, but we wanted to talk about it a little bit and just some of the things we maybe learned. I feel like with me, with this election, like I've never been like big into politics or knowing about like all these different things, but I think with me, the biggest thing this kind of taught me is how much like we put into our government in terms of our trust and our faith in like how our life's going to go. We're thinking that like one person in office is going to change all of what our life is. It's going to make it so much easier. But I think the biggest thing I realized was just how much like God is our root regardless.
Yeah.
Like, of course you should do your best and like vote for whoever you think is going to glorify God most. But ultimately, whoever gets that, you can trust that God's plan will prevail.
Yeah, for real. Tyler, who'd you vote for?
Who the heck you think? Pedro Sanchez.
You know we love those Napoleon Dynamite references on the show, baby.
Yeah, and we went and got free Krispy Kreme donut.
Yeah. On election day, if you went to Krispy Kreme, they give you a free donut, so.
Free.
You know we had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else? Another kind of goofy thing that happened this week was so during Greek.
It was last Wednesday, I think.
Yes, it was a Wednesday because it was our boy Abraham's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
November 6th, shout out Abraham.
Yes, sir.
So that day we were in Greek class, and when we're in Greek class and we get all our exercises done, our McCabe, the prof, doesn't really like care what we do, really. He's kind of not locked in. He does a lot of goofing around in Greek. So on Abe's birthday, wait, what do we do first? Tyler was like, have you ever heard of Ninjago? And McCabe was like, oh, no. He's like, we should pull up the theme song to Ninjago and listen to it. So McCabe gets on the projector on the computer, and he pulls up the Weekend Whip song from Ninjago, and he plays the whole video. We just sat there in Greek and watched the Ninjago song. Yeah.
And then from there, Asia was like, we should do like Just Dance. And so...
No, first...
Oh, yeah,
he pulled up the
Abraham's
video
birthday.
he pulled up this really like weird video about, it was like, happy birthday, Abraham, or something. It was like a customized video, and it would say Abraham. It was like this, I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and then we did Just Dance.
And then after that, he pulled up these like two Just Dance, like, the game Just Dance. He pulled up like this video of like somebody playing it, and the Greek class was dancing along to it. It's kind of crazy.
The first one was Waka Waka, which is like the Samina, hey, hey, Waka Waka, hey, hey. And then the second one was Rasputin, or whatever. But that was fun. That was just a little bit of shenanigans that happened.
Classic Greek class, yeah.
And then, oh yeah, Friday night, in between when we had our students for dinner and then scavenger hunt, we were asked to go help tear out some carpet at Sean Holgren, our vice
Yeah.
president's
The GOAT,
house.
Sean Holgren.
And so we pull up there, we're cutting carpet. A cool thing kind of happened for both of us, different things.
Uh-huh.
I showed up, like, low-key, I found out, like, tearing out carpet's low-key fun.
Mm-hmm.
But we did that. And, like, I'm doing it, and I look in one of the closets, and I see, like, this box, and it was like, I was about to grab it and move it. But then I looked in, and it was like, there's a snake in there. And I was like, that's kind of sick. So then he let me hold the snake, and that was sweet.
That is sweet. What kind of snake was it?
It was a boa constrictor.
That's crazy.
But they also had a, what was the other one? I can't remember, but I didn't get to hold that one.
Yeah. Yeah, and then my special thing that happened was we were tearing out, carpet or whatever, and kind of like rearranging stuff, moving stuff around. And Sean Holgren himself, he was going to throw away this picture. It was like this pastel picture, like portrait of him as a child. And he was like, yo, you want to have this? I was like, yeah, I want to have this. So we took this home, this pastel portrait of baby Sean Holgren, like child Sean Holgren. But sadly, there's actually a tragic story that goes with this. We set it up on top of a little microwave in Memphis, and it fell, and the glass broke, and it's all shattered now. Which is tragic, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, then Sunday night, this is kind of an eventful week, low-key, now that I'm thinking about it. Sunday night, we went roller skating for campus activities, and then we went to Culver's, which was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I had fun roller skating. I don't think I'm very good at it.
No.
By the end, I feel like I was kind of more like getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
Because it's not, I don't know. You
Going
just gotta find
straight
your
is
rhythm,
so
I feel
easy,
like.
but, like, turning it
Turning
hard.
hard.
Our friend Abraham, he fell over. It was so funny.
Actually, there's a video on the Bethel. Okay, if you go to the Bethel Now Instagram, I think it's Bethel Now. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was on the story. I don't know if they posted it on the actual Instagram. But there's this video where like they're shooting some like little promo, and if you watch in the background, you can see me kind of spin out and like push up against the wall, and I trip Abraham with my skate, and he falls down. You can see it in the video a little bit. Kind of cuts away, but
Yeah.
it's classic. Made it into the Bethel video. Yeah. What else? And one of the other things that we've been doing this fine November is No Shave November.
Yep.
You want to make a comment about that, Tyler?
So, like, I don't know. I feel like I look pretty bad right now. Like, it's very patchy.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I got, like, the little, like, pedo stash.
That's great.
It's kind of weird, but, I mean, it's not even halfway done. So, like, and
Yeah.
it's really annoying me. I don't like having it. It's just annoying.
Yeah. I mean, yours definitely looks better than mine, I feel like mine's coming in so bad on the sides.
But I feel like, from far away, like, I can't even tell that you're, like, growing it out, really.
Yeah.
It's really only when you're up close.
Yeah, mine is lighter than yours, too. I feel like
Yeah,
yours is easier to
because
see.
mine's, like, black.
Yeah.
So it's, like, easier to see.
But yeah, if you've been wondering why we look so bad, it's because we're doing No Shave November. It's not like we think this is a good idea, really.
No, I'm not trying to grow this out because I think it looks cool.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe by the end I'll be like, have a full lush beard. I'll be like, maybe I'll keep this. But chances are I'll probably.
I want like a really cool like Top Gun Maverick type mustache. I think that would be sweet. But like I don't think that's attainable.
I don't know if my face has the capabilities for that. But
Yeah, like get the mullet and the mustache.
that'd be so tough.
That'd
And those
be
aviator
sweet.
glasses.
Yo,
Yeah.
dude, that would be sweet. But I don't think I'm capable of that. But yeah, that's pretty much all of our week in the
Yeah.
last 2 weeks.
It's been kind of crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on.
And now this week we have our close reading for Bib and Terp,
Yeah.
which is not too bad, but I haven't even started it, and it's due Friday. We're recording this on a Wednesday, so I'm going to try and get it done tonight, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. Gotta have faith, Tyler.
I hope
We're
so.
about to lock in hard tonight.
I need to lock in. Okay, now we're going to do a devotional.
Ooh.
And so, like we've been talking about a little bit, pretty much the biggest thing we're focusing on right now is just like stress and rest, obviously. So we wanted to do a little bit. I mean, these might be some common verses that you've heard, but just recognizing that we need to put our trust in God and rest in Him, because like He's the only thing that can rest. Like it says in Matthew 11:28 through 30, Come to me, all you that are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. I think the biggest thing I recognize with this is that when we're really trusting in God, all the other things around us, they don't disappear, but they're more like that weight's kind of off you, because they don't really matter as much as ultimately knowing Jesus. And I should get these things done. I should do this paper and I should do this the best of my ability. It's ultimately, if I fail that or if I don't do that, my worth is not defined by that.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that there is times and when I fully trust in God, I can rest in that.
Yeah, that's good. And then the other couple verses we want to look at was Hebrews 4, 9 through 11. It says, "So then, a Sabbath rest still remains for the people of God. For those who enter God's rest also rest from their labors, as God did from his. Let us therefore make every effort to enter that rest, so that no one may fall through such disobedience as theirs." Just again, this idea that we can rest in God, that he can source our strength, and that if we rest in him, obviously we can be rested and have that strength that's sourced from him. And I think that's really, I don't know, I think that often we try to do those kind of things on our own and try to work hard and whatever, and I think that's good to an extent, but obviously we need to realize that we should first be resting, and from that rest, I think that's from that place of resting in God, I think we should be working out of that and not trying to do it separately.
Yeah. I think it says somewhere else that the Sabbath was made for man and not man for the Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Sabbath isn't meant to be some strict guideline, but it's meant to be a thing that we're able to press in and trust and rely on God.
Yeah, really a gift. God knew we would need that rest, so he's given us that ability to do that, which is
because we're not meant to go always, all the time, all the way, full speed. But yeah, that's a little short Devo, but we wanted to highlight kind of this, especially because it's something we've been going through.
Yep.
So if you want to pray with us. Dear God, I thank you so much for today. I thank you so much for the opportunity to be able to discuss you and read your word and know you, God. I pray amidst all this stress and all the struggling that we're going through, that we just press into you, God, and that your rest is able to be found, and that we know that it is your presence that we're able to find rest, God. That when we try and find rest in other things, that it's not going to be fulfilling, and we're ultimately going to continue to burn, God. And I pray that when we get into your presence, that we're able to fully seek you and not do it in some minuscule or mundane way, but that we truly press into you and we do it because we want to, God. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. So next up, we got Benjamin Keller, Benjamin Keller, back on the pod
block.
For Benji's block. How you been, Benji?
I've been doing good. A little bit tired, a little bit busy. Cross country's winding down, working on assignments, the close reading. But, I've been doing pretty good.
That's good to hear.
That's good. You got a question for us today, Benji?
Guys, I actually do have a question for you. So today's question is, what was your favorite childhood TV show?
I feel like that's hard because I feel like when I was a child, it was different. But it's through the eras, you know what I mean? Because when I was a child, I don't really remember, but I feel like I really loved Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder was
Classic.
a classic. I loved that show too.
Bob the Builder.
What do you think about the Bob the Builder remake? You seen that?
I didn't know there was a remake.
It's so terrible. They took everything good about the original and made it this creepy, weird animated show instead of stop motion or whatever it was before. It's kind of terrible.
I feel like the place my pessimism started was at. Oh wait, no, that's Handy Mandy.
Oh, Handy Manny, what an iconic
he's
show.
Wait, no, it is Bob the Builder. It's Bob the Builder.
Can we fix it?
And then I would always go, no, we can't.
You were one of those guys?
That's when it started.
That's crazy.
That's so crazy.
We're just unpacking trauma right here for Tyler.
I love Superhero Squad, though. Have you ever heard of that?
Maybe?
It's
Is that
a
the
child,
DC characters?
No, it's Marvel.
Ah.
It's child. They're little small guys. I don't know. It's good.
I think I've seen that before. I think I have.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
What about you guys?
You know, I think I've talked about this a little bit before, but growing up, we really only had PBS Kids because that's like all our TV would get. Like when I was real little, we had like Disney Channel for a second, maybe like other thing. I don't know, but mostly just PBS Kids. So really, my go-to's got to be Wildcrats, Odd Squad. That's one of my more embarrassing picks because I feel like
Back in
okay,
the day,
that's
I used to watch Odd Squad.
yeah, but Wildcrats is still solid. That's a classic. Martha Speaks was so goated. Give me Word Girl and Arthur. Probably the big five right there.
That's solid.
That's valid.
How about you, Benji?
Well, I was definitely a big fan of Bob the Builder too, but Thomas the Tank Engine. I loved Thomas as a kid.
Actually, I have a good answer. I watched a ton of Scooby Doo.
Oh,
Like
that's
tons.
true.
Like I remember my babysitter when I was a kid. Like she would take me to the library so that we could like pick up, like Scooby Doo DVDs, and like I used to grind Scooby Doo.
In my family, we would always watch the Scooby Dooby Doo. Where Are You?
Oh yeah,
That one. That's
dude.
a
The
classic.
theme song for that is so good.
It's so good.
Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? So
Dude,
good.
and then what was the one? It was like the one with like Crystal Cove. Which one's that?
that one was kind of creepy though.
That one is kind of creepy, but I
I
like
watched
that
it
as a kid.
but like that always freaked me out.
Yeah. Samuel, my brother, he just watched that over this last summer for some reason.
It's creepy, dude. I remember the little parrot thing.
Oh yeah, the parrot thing was creepy.
He's creepy.
Well, thanks for coming on, Benji. That was
you,
a
Benji.
good question.
That was a good question. Great job.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
Okay. Enjoy doing your close reading.
Yeah. So next up on the docket, like we said, this is going to be kind of a low key episode. We don't really have any like hard hitting discussion topics or anything. So we're just going to kind of ask a couple questions and then move into a more special segment at the end. But so first question of the night: what is the best scar story you have? Like the coolest way you got a scar, most interesting way you got a scar, anything related to scars and stories.
I feel like my scar story is not that cool. Like, I mean, I have a scar on my foot from the surgery, which I've already talked about. But I feel like another recognizable scar I have is like on my back. I have one on my the right side of my back. It's like just a little line down, and it's not a very cool story. But I remember I was a kid. I was at this church camp I always go to called Brown City, and I was there, and I sat down where my camper was, right, and I'm putting on my shoes, and I'm sitting like right by the door, and so my dad opens the door, and just completely cuts the back of my my back, and like it wasn't terrible, like it wasn't gushing blood, but it was just like bleeding, and like it hurt really bad.
Yeah.
And like it just stayed.
I bet. Did it hurt to like sleep on and stuff? I feel like having a big cut in your back would be kind of terrible.
If I'm being honest, I don't even remember. Like I was young. Like I was probably under 10.
Yeah.
I would guess. But yeah, it hurt bad. What about you?
Interesting. I got a couple. Probably not my most iconic scar. It probably is my most iconic scar. I have one on my tongue actually. It's like here I can show you.
How?
It like goes across the middle. So apparently the legend, I don't remember this, but when I was like 2 years old, I was like running through the house or something, and I was running and I guess I tripped and I hit my chin on the coffee table, and I almost bit it off. Like I bit like really deep into my tongue, and like you can still see the scar there today.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah. Thankfully I don't remember it. So like I don't remember it
Did
hurting.
they have to
but
sew it back on?
I don't know. I think I don't know. I guess it was just bleeding for a long time, and I guess they stopped it bleeding, and it was fine after that. But I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, and then the other one that's kind of iconic is on my leg. I have a pretty big scar, which is actually very stupid because when I was a kid, we had this like really small like lake area, like lakefront kind of deal. So this like really, it's on Lake of the Woods. It's this little lake next to our house, and it had this like really gross shallow water where we would used to swim in and stuff. So I was walking in the water on my knees for some reason because the water was so shallow. You kind of had to like either walk on your knees or like lay out, or else you wouldn't really be even swimming. And I was walking on my knees, and there's a bunch of like zebra mussels, like the shells in the lake. And I was walking on my knees, and one cut my leg like super deep and super long. So I got like a 2-inch long scar.
Dang.
And because I was a goober in middle school, I used to tell people like, "Oh, I was fighting a man with a sword, and he cut me on the leg, but I defeated him," because I thought I was like all that.
Classic Kellen.
Yeah,
Classic.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think scars are sweet though.
they are sweet.
I think I want like a cool one, maybe on my cheek from like a intense battle or something, or like.
That'd
I
be
think those ones
sick.
like what Anakin Skywalker has over his eye. I think those are cool. I obviously
Like
don't want
Zorro
to like go
from One
blind or
Piece.
anything, but yeah, I
Or
feel
like
like
Zuko.
well, not like Zuko. I think like a burn scar might be kind of bad, but I don't know. I always be telling this to my mom and stuff. She's like, "What? That's crazy. No, you don't want a scar on your face." I'm like, "Heck, yes, I do. It looks cool as heck."
Heck yes, I do. Another Napoleon Dynamite reference.
Oh, classic, classic.
Okay, now our next thing is, what is your biggest win or achievement?
See, this is kind of a hard question because I feel like everything in my life I've not really achieved. I feel like honestly, God has honestly blessed me with most of the things that I have in my life. But I guess the closest thing is I used to do, if you guys remember from episode 1, I am a black belt, 2nd degree black belt in Taekwondo. And I used to go to tournaments for that, where they would have like, so in Taekwondo you do what's called like forms, which is basically like a set of movements you memorize, and it's like you learn like a new form for each like belt you have. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like a pattern of movements you do in a certain order to like, it's kind of hard to explain. That's what it is. So you could compete for doing that. You could like spar another like fighter. There was called Chambara, which is like sword fighting kind of with these like foam padded sticks. And then that might have been it. There might have been like a variant kind of sparring or something, but there was like a couple different categories you could like do at these tournaments, and I used to do those. And I was never really good at anything except like I think I got first in forms a couple times. So I guess I've won tournaments like that. I've got first place in my division and that kind of stuff before. But yeah,
That's sweet.
because I mean, I have a bunch of trophies at home, but it's mostly just because I did like tournaments like that a lot, and I competed in like a bunch of different events and divisions and stuff. So I have a bunch of like 2nd and 3rd place trophies from like divisions with 3 people in them. So,
Hey, you beat one person.
but yeah, they look cool on the shelf. So
I feel like my biggest win or accomplishment. So my senior year, we did a baccalaureate, which is basically like a graduation thing for like Christians at your school. So we did that, and I was asked to share my testimony, and that was really cool because I felt like it was like this was put on by students, and so I felt like it was. I feel like a way where I was like, okay, so some people do see like that I'm trying to live for Jesus, and so that was probably one that I was like, yeah, that's pretty sweet.
yeah, that's good. What is your favorite place that you've been in the whole world?
I would probably say one of the places I was in Mexico. Or no, I would say Dominican Republic. We went to, I can't remember where it was there, but on one of our cruises we went there, and it was sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super cool. It was beautiful. Like we got to drive around the city and like just see all the hills and stuff. Was like so beautiful.
Yeah, that's cool.
How about you?
Well, I got a couple places. Mostly it's just because they're like iconic places that I've been that have like fun memories attached to them, kind of. So the first place, probably my favorite place. Well, maybe not my favorite place. My favorite maybe place I visited is actually the St. Louis Arch, like the Gateway Arch in St. Louis, which just sounds kind of dumb. Like whatever, it's an arch in St. Louis. But we went there once on this camping trip, and for whatever reason, I have just the fondest memories of it because we were going to go up in the arch in the elevator, you know, and I did not want to do it. It was freaking me out. I was probably like, I don't know, 12 or something. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is so terrible, so scary. I don't want to go up in the arch. And we ended up going up in the arch, and like you could see out the little windows up there, see the whole like city underneath it. It was super cool. And it's like, I don't know, it's always just been like a special memory because like I didn't want to do it, whatever. And then I kind of overcame that. And I got to have this cool view, and it was a cool like city, cool camping trip in general. So yeah, St. Louis, the Gateway Arch is one of my favorite places. Also, for similar reasons, there was this little like lobster like shack place in Maine. We went up to Maine once. You know, when you're in Maine, you got to try lobster. It's kind of like their thing.
Yeah.
So we got this like, we went to this like little like, it was kind of like a food truck, but like a trailer kind of deal. Like one of those like little, like they make good food type places.
Yeah.
up in Maine, and it was like pitch dark in the middle of the night. We were all eating this like seafood in our camper from this like random Maine lobster truck. I don't know. This brings back good memories. Because I also, again, I didn't want to try it. I was like, I don't want to eat all this weird food, all this weird seafood. So it seems like the theme is, if it's something that little Kellen didn't want to do, and then ended up having a good time doing it, like I think of those places very fondly. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now on to the last part. So we thought it'd be fun to do some of our favorite quotes from movies or shows. And so with that, we kind of just both wrote down a bunch of quotes that we have or found quotes. And we thought it'd be fun to like act them out in whatever like the way the person like does.
Uh-huh.
And then have the other person guess the movie and the character that says it.
Yeah. Yeah. This is probably going to be kind of stupid. My voice is still kind of cooked from being sick. But yeah, we're going to try to embody these characters from these movies and shows and have the other person guess which movie it is. Yeah.
I'm guessing that we'll probably both get most of them just because we're kind of on the same wavelength.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we watch a lot of the same movies and stuff too.
And like we'll literally just be talking and we'll both think of the exact same quote from a movie
It's kind
like
of
at the
crazy.
same time. Mm-hmm. Okay, do you want to start?
Sure. First quote. You better get this, okay? You either get busy living or you get busy dying.
Man, give me that. That's Shawshank Redemption. That's Morgan Freeman's character.
Yep.
I have
Blue.
that. I had that one too.
Blue from Shawshank says that. Classic.
Okay, I have. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I had that too. Harvey Dent says that in Dark Knight.
Yes, sir.
Let's find a good
Dark
one
Knight's
here.
so good.
Dark Knight is so good.
Has to be one of the best superhero
Oh,
movies.
easily. Probably is the best superhero movie in my opinion.
I like the Spider-Verse movies better, but
Oh, true. I won't think
and
about that.
Logan.
I've not seen Logan.
Logan's good.
Oh, I gotta watch it. I haven't seen any of the X-Men. I want to watch. Yeah, I want to watch them. I don't know if you'll get this one. Isn't it wonderful? I'm going to jail. This is an iconic quote from an iconic movie.
I have no idea, but I feel like It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep, It's a Wonderful Life. George Bailey, I think his name is, says that.
Yeah, never seen it.
It's so good. We gotta watch it this Christmas. It's so
I
classic.
feel like it just like looks boring.
It looks boring, but it's so good. It's so like wholesome. You can't. It's like it's hard to watch it without like crying or at least feeling emotion. It's so good.
Okay, my next one. This is so easy. It's a leap of faith, Miles. That's all it is.
That would be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, as spoken by Peter B. Parker.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is low-key so like we'd expected, pretty easy. Here's one. You were built to protect those who can't protect themselves.
Oh, it's got to be Ninjago.
Yep. Who says it though? Do you know?
Definitely Master. What's his freaking name? I don't remember. Wu.
It was not Master Wu. It's actually Zane's dad. The guy
What?
that made Zane.
Oh, okay,
Remember
that
how
makes
Zane's a
sense.
robot? He says that to him. He's like,
I was
"You were
assuming it
built
was
to
just a
protect
Lego
those."
reference of
No,
like you were built.
Well, ooh. Maybe it's deep. Maybe it
It's
is a Lego
layers.
reference within the Lego show.
Layers.
No. Okay.
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Miles Morales. Yeah.
Pretty soon we're gonna be getting into the longer quotes that are gonna be more fun to act out.
Uh-huh. Okay. I gotta start really getting into these quotes, man. I gotta start putting my gusto behind them.
Can't be too loud though.
That's true. It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.
That's too easy. That's the Dark Knight. That's Batman.
No.
No, wait, no. That's Batman Begins.
Yeah, Batman Begins. Batman says that in Batman Begins.
I'm Batman. That's not my quote, but okay. I believe there's a hero in all of us that keeps us honest, gives us strength, makes us noble, and finally allows us to die with pride. Even though sometimes we have to be steady and give up the things we want the most, even our dreams.
This is Spider-Man 2. believe there's a hero in all. I think, does Aunt May say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was not very good acting.
Yeah, I thought it was Mary Jane the way you were saying it, but
Yeah, but
no.
I can't really do like an old woman voice.
Yeah. This one, you might not get this one either. Rebellions are built on hope.
Oh,
That's actually not really what it sounds like, but rebellions are built on hope.
I know this one. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be so mad if I don't get this.
No, lock in. You got it.
Okay. Oh, this is Star Wars.
Yep. Which one?
Oh, this is Rogue One.
Yep. At the end of Rogue One, when they give Princess Leia the plans to the Death Star, and they're like, "It's hope." She goes, "Rebellions are built on hope." Iconic quote right there.
I got. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Oh my goodness, what is this from? Life moves pretty fast.
This movie is gas.
I've definitely heard that before. Where's it from? It's a movie. I don't know. What is it?
Ferris Bueller.
I've never
Day
seen
Off.
Ferris Bueller.
You've never seen
Nope.
it?
Nope.
It's so good. I saw it. The first time I saw it was freshman year, like first couple weeks with Benjamin Peach.
With Peach?
Yeah, it's so good. I've seen it one time and it's like up
Yeah.
there.
Is there more than
It's
one?
wholesome.
Ferris
No, there's
Bueller
only
movie?
one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thinking of something else then.
Yeah, it's good.
We should watch it then, because I need
We
it.
should. It's just wholesome.
Yeah. Oh, you might get this one because I say it sometimes, but I don't know if you've seen this movie. If I could change, and you can change, everybody can change. Iconic movie.
Is it The Goonies?
Nope.
What the heck is it?
It's in this movie, pretty much one character pretty much solves the whole Cold War. Classic movie, but I don't think you've seen it.
I've never. What is that?
Rocky IV.
Oh no. I
Rocky
haven't.
beats Ivan Drago in Russia, and he says that if I can change, you can change, everybody can change, and all like the Soviets start like clapping for him, and he's like, he pretty much like solves world peace right there. It's kind of great.
No, I've never seen it.
Classic movie. We gotta watch that too.
Mama said, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get."
That's Forrest Gump, but I've never seen that either.
You've never seen Forrest
Nope.
Gump?
I want to. I just
So good,
the one time they watched that in Vegas, I missed it for some reason. It's
dude.
so sad.
That movie made me cry the first time I watched it.
Yeah, I
It's
wanna
so
watch
good.
Yeah. You definitely know this one. I've even said this one on the podcast. The world is a fine place and worth fighting for. I agree with the second part.
7, and
Yep.
it's Morgan Freeman's character.
Yep. The very end of the movie he says that.
It's so
Goated
good.
quote. So tough.
Aye, fights and you may die. Running you'll live at least a while, and dying in your beds might many years from now.
There's
But
no
you will
way.
be willing to trade all the days from this day to that one for one chance. Just one chance to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom.
I literally had that quote. It's the Braveheart says it.
Have you ever even
Braveheart.
seen it?
I watched the first half.
Oh my gosh.
Is that William Wallace? Mm-hmm. Yep, in Braveheart.
So good.
Yeah.
My dad was always like, it's so good. And then I finally watched it my senior year. It's goated.
Yeah. Cool movie. This is a classic. Which way does a tree fall? The way it leans.
That's the Lorax. And that's the Lorax.
Correct. Lorax says it in the Lorax.
That movie is so memeable.
I don't even think it's that good a movie. It's just
No,
like,
not really.
It's kind of iconic at this point.
We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race. And the human race is filled with passion and medicine, law, business, engineering. These are noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. To quote from Whitman, "O me, O life, of the questions of these recurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish. What good amid these, O me, O life? Answer, that you are here, that life exists in identity, that the powerful play goes on and you may continue a verse, that the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. What will your verse be?
Classic. That would be, gosh, what's his name in that movie? It's Robin Williams in Dead Poet Society.
Mm-hmm.
I think his name is, I don't remember his name. That he's like a teacher.
Yeah, I don't
in Dead
remember
Poet
his name
Society,
either.
and he says that. Okay. Are you not entertained?
Gladiator. I've actually never seen that movie.
Yeah, Maximus is the guy's
It's
name.
good,
He says
though.
that in Gladiator.
Isn't Gladiator 2 coming out?
Yeah. I have no idea
It's probably
why
going to
they-
be trash.
Yeah, there's no reason to make Gladiator 2, but
It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. Because that's how winning's done.
yeah. Rocky Balboa says that in Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, I've
Goated.
actually never seen that, but it's a,
My goodness.
bro, I used it in one of my speeches last year for a speech class. That was my intro.
That's crazy you said that and never even seen the movie.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because it was so iconic on like Instagram
It is
Reels.
iconic. He says that like his son wants to like, I don't know, he's about to give up on something and he hits him with that. It's so inspiring.
Inspiring.
Yeah. Aspiring.
Yeah, I still low-key have a lot more.
Well, I mean, you took some of mine. You took my Braveheart one.
No, I deleted it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, here's a good one. I'm bad, and that's good.
Dang, I have that one too.
I'll never be good, and that's not bad. There's no one I'd rather be than me.
That's Wreck-It Ralph, Wreck-It Ralph.
Yup. Wreck-It Ralph, so goated. I think Wreck-It Ralph might be the best Disney animated movie of all time.
I think it's debatable. Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's so good.
It's up there.
Everything about it, every scene sets up the next scene. Everything happens and matters and stuff. It's just so, it's like a
No,
perfect
it is
movie.
definitely up there.
It's so good.
I had that one. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
There's no way.
Not like here. Here, everything is smooth, soft and smooth.
We were looking up toughest quotes and you picked that one.
Just because it's a meme.
I guess, yeah. That would be Anakin Skywalker in Attack of the Clones. Yep. I am burdened with glorious purpose.
I literally know.
That's the second part of the quote. The guy says his name in the first part, so I had to cut it off. I am burdened with glorious purpose.
I know this. Oh my gosh.
You got it. You've definitely seen this movie, 100%.
Is it Harry Potter?
Nope.
I know this so. This is so annoying. Oh my gosh.
You give up?
Yeah.
I am Loki of Asgard.
Oh my gosh.
And I
know
am
this.
burdened with glorious purpose. What movie is it from?
Oh yeah, that's from Avengers.
Yep.
Because that's right before, and then he grabs them and he hits them back and forth.
Yep. So classic.
Yeah.
No, I think he says that in the park, maybe. When Captain America's like, when Iron Man flies in playing AC/DC or whatever. I don't know. But
might
yes,
be.
it's in that movie.
Oh wait, yeah, no, yeah, you're right. I got one now.
Yeah, you got one.
There's some good in this world, Mr. Frodo, and it's worth fighting for.
I was thinking about putting that one. That's Samwise Gamgee at the end of Two Towers. Most
Yeah,
goated
so
speech
good.
ever. So tough.
I was gonna keep the first part, but then I was like, nah,
Yeah.
because then there's Frodo responds too. So
Yeah. That's fire. Okay. Go back to your books, in your armchair. Plant your trees. Watch them grow. If more people valued home above gold, this world would be a merrier place.
What? Oh, I don't know if I know this one.
You've probably seen this movie.
It does sound kind of familiar.
Plant
No.
your trees. Watch them grow.
I don't know. What is it?
It's at the end of the third Hobbit movie, The
Oh.
Battle of Five Armies.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in so long.
Yeah, it's Thorin Oakenshield says it when he's dying. He says it to Bilbo.
Yeah, I would have never gotten that.
That's a tough quote.
I am the one who knocks.
Never seen it, but that's Walter White from Breaking Bad. Yeah. Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who tells you differently is selling something. Goated movie.
Oh my gosh.
I can give you the lead-up line. She goes, "You mock my pain." He goes, "Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who tells you differently is selling you something."
What is it?
What is it?
Say it.
Say the quote again?
No, just where's
okay.
it from?
The Princess Bride.
Okay, I hate that movie.
The amount of hate that The Princess Bride gets from you specifically is crazy.
Okay, it is so incredibly boring.
No, it's so good.
It is one of the most boring movies.
It's one of the most heartfelt, wholesome.
It's just so boring.
It's so good.
I can't with that movie.
That's crazy. But yeah, Wesley says it in Princess Bride.
You can't keep getting away with this.
That'd be Jesse Pinkman in Breaking Bad as well. This one's kind of obscure. You might probably get it. Then I shall die as one of them.
See, I've definitely heard this before.
They definitely have. But it's kind of like just a little snippet of a quote.
I feel like I know this one. Then I shall die as one of them.
I can't really give you any more context because that would kind of give it away. Okay, I can't really give you hints either.
No, I don't got it.
It's in To the Two Towers when they're in Helm's Deep, and Legolas is telling Aragorn something in Elvish, like they're all going to die. And then Aragorn answers in English. He yells, "Then I shall die as one of them!"
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how the turntables have turned.
Is that from The Office?
Yeah.
Michael Scott?
Yeah.
Never seen The Office. Oh, this one's iconic.
I have 2 left.
I have 4 left.
Oh,
That's
dang.
crazy. I have more than you, actually.
Mine are longer, though.
Okay. Mine are really short. Gonna cry?
See?
There's no way you don't know this. Gonna cry?
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye. There's no way! Look at Little Goblin Jr.
No, I don't know.
What?
What is this?
Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire. There's no way!
Oh, yeah.
You're like the biggest Spider-Man fan I know. There's no way. I said
but-
his 3 most iconic lines.
But easily, like, those are not the most iconic lines, bro.
In Spider-Man 3?
In
I feel
Spider-Man
like
3,
Gonna Cry. You want forgiveness? Get religion. That's another one, but like...
like, I
that's
don't
like
know
the
those
big
quotes.
4.
I have, like, of all the Spider-Man movies, that's probably one of the ones I've seen, like, the least.
That's fair.
Like,
That's probably
Spider-Man
one of the
1,
worst ones.
Spider-Man 2, I've watched so many times.
That's crazy.
Like, I was going to do the one quote from Spider-Man 1, Norman Osborn, he's like,
You can't do this to me. That one?
no, the other one where he's like, he's in the Green Goblin suit and he's like, the city will turn on you or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one's tough.
Yeah, that's
Okay, this
tough.
one you're probably not going to get, but this one's tough.
Okay.
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility. Listen, everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well. As long as there is a concept of victors, the vanquished will also exist. The selfish intent of wanting to preserve peace initiates war, and hatred is born in order to protect love. There are nexuses, causal relationships that cannot be separated. I want to sever the fate of the world, a world of only victors, a world of only peace, a world of only love. I will create such a world. I am the ghost of the Uchiha.
So it's definitely an anime. Would this be from One Piece?
No,
Okay.
this is Naruto.
Naruto?
This is one of the toughest lines. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. It's Madara Uchiha
Okay, buddy.
in the final battle.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I'm not wearing hockey pads.
That's so easy. Dark Knight, Batman. That's like the very beginning.
Yep.
Oh, no.
What makes me different from you? I'm not wearing hockey pads.
What even are hockey pants?
Hockey pads.
No, it's hockey pants.
I always
swear
thought
it's
it was hockey pants, and I think it's hockey
I'm pretty
pads.
sure it's hockey pants.
I don't know. Comment below if you know what the hockey pants are.
When does a man die? When he is hit by a bullet? No. When he suffers a disease? No. When he ate a soup made out of poisonous mushrooms? No. A man dies when he is forgotten.
Is this One Piece?
Yeah.
Who says it though?
Dr. Harmalek or something. So there's this character named Chopper, and he's like a reindeer that ate this fruit that made him like more like human, right? And
Bro,
so
One Piece is the craziest show.
no, but this is like the person that was like raising him, right? And so he's like a doctor, and he taught Chopper how to be a doctor, and like Chopper accidentally gave the doctor like a poisonous like mushroom. And it's basically a lot of the themes of One Piece is about like dreams. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got two more, and you'll probably get them both. If you're nothing without the suit, then you shouldn't have it.
That's Homecoming.
Yep.
That's Tony Stark.
Tony Stark says that to Peter Parker. One of the toughest quotes. That's probably like the best part of Homecoming. I feel like that's overall a very mid movie.
Yeah.
That line is tough as heck.
It's all right. It's above average Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, no, I would say it is average. I say it's below average. Because on average, the Spider-Man movies are pretty great. So I think that one's kind of just mid.
Of the trilogy, that's the middle of the
definitely.
Homecoming.
Far From
But
Home is so
better
bad.
than Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3.
You think?
Maybe.
Maybe
I don't know.
technically. I feel like Spider-Man 3 has more heart behind it.
Yeah.
I feel like Homecoming, I feel like all those are just kind of like cookie cutter, bland movies, honestly.
Yeah.
All the Tom Holland ones.
Okay, I don't have any more.
Okay, I have one more. Why do we fall, sir? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up.
That's easy. That's The Dark Knight.
No?
Wait. Batman Begins.
Batman Begins.
Again.
Yep.
I was thinking of some men just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah. That's Dark Knight. Some men just want to watch the world burn. Yeah. Alfred
This
Pennyworth.
man, he took jewels. No,
Classic.
so good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was kind of ended up being a long time doing quotes,
Yeah.
but it was fun.
What a scatterbrained episode we just had.
Yeah, just more chill. It was just more of like a hangout time. Felt
Yeah.
like two dudes just chilling. You know what I'm saying? So, well, let's pray. Dear God, I thank you so much for today. I thank you so much for the opportunity to be able to put some time aside to just spend it with each other and be able to have a good time and glorify you and just kind of mess around a little bit. And I pray that this week that we can press into you and find rest in you and that we'll get our things done. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Well, all right, guys. You know what? Shout out to you guys for sticking with this podcast if you're still here, honestly, after... I know last week was kind of rough with the audio and me, like, having to coughing up both my lungs for about 15 minutes in the middle, but if you're still here, thanks. Thanks so much for listening. As always, carpe diem. Seize the day. Thanks for listening.